Hey y'all, let me turn this air down a little bit so y'all can hear me good and I can be a little more understood. How are you? Happy Sunday! Happy Sunday! And it's definitely a beautiful sunny day. Sunny days chasing the clouds away. So, it's a little tiny for this in the morning here. I just wanted to share a little something quick that came over on my mind and was on my spirit for at least the past 24 hours about just a little something for the baby believers out there, for the people who haven't been Christians their whole life or haven't been saved their whole life or just now getting into church, or if they're in church and they still don't understand everything there is about it and the things that are said and the different terms that are used and different, words that you hear and things like that. There's certain terms that are, kind of thrown around or can be sprinkled or seasoned in a sermon, and you might not really honestly know exactly what they're talking about. And that's perfectly fine because that's where you learn. So if you're hearing a lot of the term discernment, and you're like, well, what exactly is discernment? So my best way of defining discernment is pretty much dealings and what to deal with in life and how much to deal with and who to deal with and how much to deal with from whoever you're dealing with. Pretty much is who to let in your life and who not. What to let in your life, what not. Some things aren't worth your energy, some things aren't worth your time, some things just aren't worth you being involved. Sometimes you got to take yourself clean out the equation and say, yep, that's not for me. Yep, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with making that decision, and because that's what's best for you, and that's what you're supposed to be doing is self-preservation overall, is doing what trying to hide the colorless strands, y'all. They be, hi, I'm here. Hi, do you see me? That's a paid actor right there. The colorless strands, the strands of wisdom are the paid actors, paid extras. Hi, do you hear us? We got something to say too. We got some wisdom to share too. So I'm trying to share some wisdom, and so are they. Lord have mercy. Hide behind the red. Lawrence. Everybody wants the spotlight. Good Lord. But yeah, that, I digress. Y'all know how I get off subject. I get distracted. That has something to do with discernment as well. What you choose to be distracted by also has a lot to do with discernment. What takes your attention, what to pay attention to, what not to pay attention to, what to respond to and what not to respond to, what to get involved with and what not to get involved with, where to go and where not to go, who to deal with and who not to deal with. So all those things, and I'm sure some more. For that, you have to, have counsel with the pastor or somebody at your church, elder or something like that, or get into that good book and, find out whatever other definitions there is. But as far as my understanding and my definition of it, which is not the end-all be-all by any means, that's pretty much in a nutshell what discernment means. So when you hear that term, not to feel, just like in the dark about what exactly does that word mean. And sometimes when you look something up, if it's not like in layman terms and broken down for you, sometimes you need that breakdown. Sometimes the babies, the baby believers need a breakdown. That's what this is. This is a baby believer breakdown so that you can know, para que tú lo sepa, what's being said and what it means and what that part of that word is. And so that's why I felt the need to share that with you as a fellow sister in Christ. Yeah. So there you have it. My gift to you today. Happy Sunday. And continue to shine just like this beautiful sun is shining. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Spread joy. Spread joy and not germs. Happy Sunday.